Hey guys, welcome to the video. I've been really busy this week trying out some art for the characters and stuff. I've been really trying to get the look for the main character down, and I feel like I've done it now. So what you're looking at now is the finished result of the full character body. There's a few things that I'm going to change, like I was kind of rushing to get the clothes painted and stuff to get the video out today, but I'm going to go over that with a fine tooth comb to make sure that it looks better than it does, because there's a few let's just say that leather is hard to draw. So this is the end result of this week of trying to get the head right for the character and trying to find the right look. But I want to show you the different iterations I did before it so you can see the sort of development of it. So you guys who were here last week might remember this guy. This was the old design that I'd come up with for the main character, but I kind of hate it now. Like, it's way too high poly. It doesn't look PlayStation era, and I just generally don't like the aesthetics anymore. So I wanted to make something that was closer to the original PlayStation hardware limitations. So I made a new model. This time I tried to keep the poly count lower. This one is made up of about 400 triangles, whereas the last model was around 700, I believe. I'm not sure exactly. And as you can see, I texture painted it as well. But like, as I was making lower poly models, it felt just super weird to paint on high res textures and then downscale them later. So I decided to start painting on a lower resolution texture to begin with and see what kind of effect I could get with that. Now, this guy wasn't so bad. I think he would have been better with eyes. I was trying to go for that Metal Gear Solid 1, that kind of slitty eye look again, but it didn't work out for me. And this guy kind of looks like he belongs in some farming game. I don't know if it's the colors I used or the fact that he's an old guy with a mustache or something, but it just, something about it just seemed really like overly friendly for this game. So next I tried out a few different styles of eyes, and I tried to make the color palette of this character a lot darker so it fitted in more with the horror theme. And I think you'll agree with me when I say that I think the open eyes look just is way better. That's what I feel like anyway. I was much happier with this result, but it still wasn't the kind of thing I was exactly looking for. I wanted to try something with a bit more like emotion, a bit more expression in the face. So I tried this. Now this guy holds a lot more expression in his face, and he kind of looks like the most depressed person in the world. So, I mean, that's a good fit for a horror game, right? But he just gave off this vibe of being a villain. Funnily enough, I named this guy Young Guy, but he kind of looks like he's lived 1,000 lifetimes. Now, as much as the base model for all of these textures was okay, I looked into the triangle count on some Resident Evil 2 models, and I found out that the heads are literally like 200 triangles each. So I, using some inspiration from those models, I remodeled, and this was the result. So this model was heavily inspired by the model for Ben from Resident Evil 2. He's the reporter guy who's locked in the jail cell. And this head comes to a whopping total of 200 triangles, which is really awesome. And I feel like the aesthetic is better for it. It's much closer to what I remember PS1 models looking like. But he looked a little young to me, so I wanted to make him look a little bit older and a little bit more rugged. So I added a bit of stubble and I changed his hair and his face a little bit. And that's how we got this. By the way, if you'd like to follow the development a bit more closely, you can have a look at my Milanote page where I've got everything that I'm working on the game. I upload pictures and plans and things to that there, and weekly goals, and you can comment on things and give me feedback to help me understand what you like and what you don't like, basically. So yeah, check it out if you like. Okay, so here's how the character looks in game. I just added some basic tank controls just to give it a little bit more authenticity. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Next week, I'm going to be working on some animations for our character. So I hope to see you then to check that out. So have a nice week, everyone, and I'll speak to you later.